Today I just would like to share all the apps that I have on my phone in all my different roles and capacities. I'm a mom, I have a home, I'm a dog lover, I love to work out, I'm all into healthy lifestyle, into decluttering my life. I also own a business, I'm a vocal coach, I'm a performing artist. I have some team members that I have to manage and talk to every day. And so I just want to share the apps that I use, even as a minimalist, that help me manage my life and be productive. Hi and welcome to today's video. Just in case you don't know me yet, my name is Freya and I'm all into simplifying my life, decluttering so I have more space. Okay, let's look at all the apps that I have currently on my phone. The first thing I have done is simplify. So I only have one screen and I put everything into these folders right here. And so when I swipe right, I can actually see all the folders that I have. And I think it's nice and it makes it really easy. Okay, so first of all, of course, I have my photo and my camera that you can't really change. It's just very quick access, and I love to have them not in another folder. Then I have the weather, because I do look at the weather a lot here in Germany. As you can see, it's really cold right now. It is December, and at least when I'm recording this, it is December. And so I always want to look at the weather and see how do I have to clothe Romy and me. I have the clock that also has my different alarms, and I usually set the 6:30 alarm, but I always wake up at least 30 minutes to an hour before that. But just in case, it just gives me peace of mind. The next one, of course. So the next one right here is audio, and I am a performing artist, and these are all. Amuse is an app that I use to publish my original music. Audible is for audiobooks. Overcast is an app where I download all kinds of podcasts and listen to. Spotify, of course, to play music. I have a Virtuoso app that I use every single day. And it's just a piano little keyboard. I need it a lot as a singer. Then I have a Metronome. It's also needed by all the musicians. So important to me. Then I have something called a voice record. This is where I can make all kinds of voice recordings. I think this is nice because you can organize it. It has different functions. You can share things, upload them to Dropbox. Yeah, very nice here. Then I have Vocalist Lite. That is also an app that I use for a lot of my students. It has a tuner. You can see your speaking pitch, very practical. And this is Anytune. I haven't used it in a while. It's a very similar app. Next up is communication. That's the next category. And that's all the apps that I use to communicate with other people. So I have Voxer, which is a voice messaging app. I have WhatsApp, which is in Europe, the #1 messenger app, really. Everyone uses it around here. I have Skype. I have Zoom, which I mainly use on my computer, but sometimes if I have bad connection or something, I may use it on my phone. I have my Gmail in there. I have FaceTime. I, of course, have just the regular messenger. And I have Slack, which I use for my team that I work with. The next is finances, and I love this category so much. This is all the things that I use for like money. There's my bank account, then there's PayPal, there's another bank account, and then there's Etoro, which is one of my investment accounts. There's Mintos, which is another, it's a crowd, how do you call it? It's like a crowd-funded, we give credit to people, and it's crowd-funded. And then there's the Etoro Wallet for cryptocurrencies, and then there's BRD also for cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin and the like. Then I have photo and video, and haven't used some of them in a while. this Fotowelt. This is to make photo books, and I actually use this a couple times a year to make photo books, and I need photos that are on my phone. For example, for Christmas, I usually give everyone a photo book or a calendar. Then I have Layout. This is a cool app for Instagram. You can make layouts and really cool graphics. Then I have the Canon app, which I need for my camera when I'm out there shooting on my own. It's a remote control pretty much for my camera, and I also can download pictures from my camera directly onto my phone and then send it or upload it somewhere. And I have Adobe Spark, Adobe Lightroom, and Adobe Photoshop Express. I could just edit photos on there. I have Vintage Logo, which I've used to create quite a few logos for my website. I have Canva, which now I mainly use on my desktop, but I have it on here. Then there's Beauty Plus, which is such a cheat kind of app, but it's the best. I highly recommend it. It has a free version that I've been using, and you can look amazing making selfies that way. Then I have Focos. It's a really cool app that helps you. You can take a picture and then blur the background, and I think it looks really cool. Then there's Google Photos. There's Picsart, and then there's Selfie-a-day, which I actually wanted to make a picture like that, to where, you know, from kids, you can take a picture of your kids every day, and then over the course of a long time or of a week, and then you can just make a video out of it automatically. And it just shows you how someone changes the way they look. It's kind of neat. Then I have productivity. There's Google Calendar, there's Dropbox, there's Evernote, which I used to use a lot to take notes and to organize all my projects, but I really have moved to Trello. So there's Trello, there's Tiny Scanner, which is really cool. I use that a lot, but I use my tablet because my iPad works better with it for some reason. But you can basically scan pictures and whatever you want to scan in, and I do a lot of sheet music scanning and sending it to my students. So Trello is it's one of my most loved apps. I use it for product management and like for project management, really, to put all, so this right here, for example, this is where I collect my thoughts and my workflow. So here are all the videos I put on one channel, and then this is my podcasts, all the episodes, and then this right here is this channel. So these are all the videos that have been coming up. We put the thumbnails in there also. So the team I work with, they help me with this, but mainly we work on my singing channel. Really fun. So that's Trello. Then there's LastPass, which I think is one of the most important apps ever. It helps me manage all my passwords. And actually some of those apps that are in there right now, there's a Wisdom app, there is I don't know what it's called anymore, but I don't really use them. Goodnotes is, see, I need to actually delete these few here. Goodnotes is something I use every single day, but I use it mainly on my tablet. But the cool thing is I can actually access it from my phone. I think it's really neat because I put all of my notes in there. It's kind of cool. All my projects and my calendar is in there also. And if I need to, I can look at it on my phone, but I usually use it on my iPad. Then there's social media, which of course I try to not get onto too much. And I've turned off all the push notifications, so they're just on there. Facebook and Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and YouTube Studio. That's for creators. I can see the backend and the analytics for my YouTube channels. And then later is an app that I use to schedule Instagram and Pinterest posts. Next up is shopping. So I have eBay, and in Germany we have eBay Kleinanzeigen. It's really like Craigslist, but eBay runs it. And then there's Amazon, of course. Next up is the category wellness, which is important for me. And so I have a bunch of apps to help me work out. I have a stretching app, a strong app for gym workouts, which currently I don't have a gym membership. I have the Nike training app. I love that one. I use it a lot. I have Lili. This is where I track my cycle. I have Feelfit that connects to my scales to weigh myself. I have Fitbod, another really cool app, another app where there are some cool exercises to practice the splits, which I haven't mastered, but I really want to. And then there's Freeletics, and Freeletics, the running version, which I haven't used in a while. There's Insight Timer, which is a really cool meditation app. There's White Noise, which I use when I go on trips sometimes, and I sleep in places where there might not, there might not be quiet. And White Noise then really helps me fall asleep and stay asleep. This is the Apple Health app. Then I have Down Dog, which also I use mainly on my iPad, but when I go on trips, I sometimes don't use my iPad and I just use my phone. It's a nice yoga app. I have the 7-minute workout app. It's really cool. Then I have pelvic floor training app. That's the one with the green arrow, the green check mark. Then I have Tabata, and I have HIIT training, and I have hip hop training. Then I have the Puma track. I have Stoic, which is a really cool app that, if you're into stoicism, it's really cool. It just gives you thoughts every day. There's also the Think Up app, which I love. It helps you create affirmations with your own voice. I highly recommend it. It's really motivating. And there's the Superfood app, it's a German app, but I love it. It has awesome recipes. And the Tasty app, which is also really cool for food inspiration. Then I have tools. Other than the apps that come with my iPhone, I just have, there is just a screen recording. The one that I'm using right now, there is Maganon Fly, which is for a drone that we have, but it's a really cheapy drone. Then there's PlantNet that helps me identify all the plants. I love being outside, learning about plants and herbs and the ones that I can use. And then there's the Alexa app. And that's it. I love having the categories versus a lot of different screens. It works for me. I know where everything's at. And so these are my apps. I thought it would just be interesting for you to see. I am an aspiring minimalist, but I have a lot going on. So while the apps that I have on my phone are not minimal, there are quite a few. They help me with my workflow. So you have to keep in mind that I do run a business and I have several team members and I work every day. And so this is my work and personal life all on my phone pretty much. And I have moved to paperless. Everything's pretty much on my mobile devices, which makes it easy for me to have it with me all the time, anywhere I go. I hope maybe you get an idea or two from my apps. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and I hope to see you next time. And until then, keep it simple. Bye.